Hello everyone, Schultzy, tips and tricks with Planetside 2. Really enjoying this. Later on I will talk about the patch notes and whatnot, but right now, tips and tricks. And you know what, one of them that I found out for all sizes, but usually small, tight-knit groups, this works for the best, nightops. Fighting at night with your loadout designed for a night fight. This idea, this way of fighting, really can tip the scale in your favor. And honestly, the things you will definitely need to really work it to your full advantage. You don't need them, but it will put it in a larger favor of you. Night vision, infrared scope, boom, first thing, so you can see everyone that's highlighted in white. Everything pops for you, so you can easily see them. 2, you can either go for a normal suppressor or a flash suppressor for your weapons. These will either keep you off the radar or reduce your signature of your muzzle flash. These things are super important because if you're going to do night ops, you don't want your rounds to be giving away your position. Because if you do night ops, it's the sense of ambushing an enemy where they least expect it. Because what's going to happen is the enemy will be going to the loudest area and the most flashing of area. So if there's a lot of gunfire in one area, your squad, your platoon, your group, your outfit, let one hit the front and drag all the attention, and you hop in through the back door. This is going to be what's making you super, super effective, and even if you do not win instantaneously, you're going to destabilize the enemy's ground and lines. They're not going to be able to hold the position and honestly put a lot of damage downrange. You're going to have that advantage. You're going to be able to really mess with the enemy with night ops. And I found that out even with a unorganized group. If you just have 1 or 2 people saying, okay, attack here, you're going to completely destabilize the enemy. And it is such a very strong ability, and just the timing of day matters a lot, because honestly, it may look beautiful at night seeing the tracer fire going back and forth, but that is your time to strike. And especially for rookies, this will help tip it in your favor. Veterans are going to use it too because they'll realize that it's going to really mess with the playing field of the concepts of how you were fighting, because most of the time you're going to be fighting in the daylight in these games, and we're all used to fighting in the daylight. So when you do a night op, there's going to be loss of vision, lots of different areas that are going to give you a disadvantage of attacking and defending. But if you have a couple little upgrades, you're going to really put this in your favor. You'll see just in a second that right here, this really just like boom, you can see everything super clear. It may not be super long range, but you're going to be trying to get to grips with the enemy and engage in them at ranges that are advantageous to you. And this infrared night vision scope, super powerful against infiltrators. So even at night, if they turn invisible, where you're like, holy crap, I can't see them, they will light up like that. Just boom, they cannot see you. You can see them, they can't hide from you. So even a night op, you can easily just do thinking, okay, we're not just even if you have 4 or 5 people, a tight-knit group, and you can either hit the big places and do a significant amount of damage, or you can go, okay, we're getting harassed by sniper fire that keep on turning invisible in the middle of the night. So what do? You put in your night vision scope, hop in, kind of come in behind them, and just start opening fire, ripping into them, because these night ops can easily destabilize the whole position, and you really want to, if you're not that good, or even if you are good, you want to use this tactic of night ops and destabilizing the enemy line, because no matter what, if you break the normal flow of fighting and the normal line of how things are going, it's going to tip it in your favor, no matter what, because honestly, it may be the small step in that way. It won't be this cascading effect always, but you'll be pushing it in your favor. And that's what you want to do with each match, each time you play. You want it bit by bit pushed in your favor. And honestly, that helps out a lot, because if the game is slowly put more and more in your favor, you're going to it'll start easily snowballing it. And honestly, I've found out that most of the times when I do my night ops with my scope on, we usually get the place within the evening, or even quicker, because most people don't expect a quick, fast assault from behind them or from different angles, and their positions being easy to see. And this is it will be, after the game comes out for a while, it will lose its effect, but it will still maintain its effect no matter what, because most people are going to easily fall into this. And you can easily use the mind and the psychological aspects of the player to your advantage, because honestly, since it's a game, they're going to want to go to where the biggest noise is and the flashiest. And you know what? This is perfect if you have two squads working together, two platoons working together, going one attacks from one side, and the rest kind of infiltrate in, messing with them so they think the main battle force is from here. And you can easily trick them from many other ways. And night ops are the best thing to do. Is you can actually have engineers and just make your site seem bigger on one side so you can infiltrate with your men in between, behind the lines or amongst them to really just mess with their sense of flow. And that actually can easily be the deciding factor in this, that if the enemy is getting a good flow, a good push, and they're going to be constantly pushing, you just mess with their sense. Put a speed bump so it forces them to slow down or forces them to reorganize, because honestly, we've steamrolled them and then someone hits from behind at a night op or whatever, and it destabilizes us, making them think, okay, we got to fall back. And that's the biggest thing. There's a lot of things to take advantage of night ops and psychological aspects of the players. And honestly, I hope you do try these night ops, because they will really work in your favor. And if you have a fully decked out character for night ops, you're going to blaze right through them like a hot knife through butter. And I found this to be working more often than not. Even if you play by yourself and you just follow a squad, or if you say, hey, can we do a thing? Most of these people are super nice and they'll say, yeah, we'll try that. They'll spare a few men your way to do that, and you can easily bring a bunch of people that be solid players you can play with more often than not. And I found that night ops will do that, hands down. That night ops with people, you'll actually have a lot of people think, ooh, this is a great idea, and work together more cohesively. Even if you don't have an outfit, you'll actually have this idea of working together more often than not. I hope this has helped. Please tell me what you think. I will be doing more Planetside 2 in the future. I'm really loving this game. Since it's free to play, you have to play it. There's no doubt in my mind that you have to play this game. It is huge intensive on the computer and the GPU and whatnot, but you know what? It's still a fun game. Drop it down to low to get as many frame rates out of this, because honestly, it is super fun. It is super cool. And honestly, support whatever side you want, be you a total biscuit fan, a seananers, or tobuscus. I don't care, because they're super fun. Hopefully we'll see this big battle coming out later on this month. And I'd like to say, everyone, thank you, and good night.